walk in a puddle is what I should have done a few moments ago, but I didn't, and I got us into a whole world of pain. You want to find out what we did wrong? Check it out.
Now, we all know that you really should walk a bog hole of this size and go and check it out with a stick, you know, do something so you know what's going on. But when you got bog hole after bog hole going on, you kind of start using other techniques. And I know many other four-wheel drivers do exactly what we do here now, which is drive in really slowly and use the front tyres to sort of test out the depth and find out what's going on. Now, generally speaking, we leave the diff locks out so that if it does go a bit nasty, you can flick the diff locks on, gets the extra traction to reverse back out of the obstacle. Normally that works. Yeah, it doesn't work now. Now, I'm in the passenger seat watching my son's pride and joy get fully swamped with muddy water, and we're on our own. I mean, just so many things going wrong here. So annoying. But yeah, I was absolutely gutted. Anyway, Aaron's doing the right thing. He's trying the back and forth. He's trying to clear his diffs so that he can get the rear of the vehicle up and out. And he's clearing them by going backwards and forwards, creating his own sort of trench in the mud for his vehicle. He's trying left and right on the steering. That doesn't help. And now bonnet deep, and yeah, we're not getting out by ourselves. It's just, I'm absolutely gutted right now. But yeah, we just have to winch this thing. So I just, get into it. Now, I reckon there'd be a fair few of you who've been in a situation like this. Well, I'd love you to let us know in the comments down below. Tell us the story. How did you find it? Were you panicking a little bit like I am?
So I'm about to make a mistake, and I put the tree trunk protector too high on the tree, and this is going to cost me some time later on.
Now, I'm very proud of the way Aaron handles this situation. I honestly think he's doing way better than me. Have a listen.
Okay, so it's on your left-hand side. No, on the left-hand side, yep, the winch controller, and the thing's on the left-hand side. You need to have the dent in the plug facing towards you.
Is it?
It plugs in from left to right.
On the side of the box, got it. And the dent facing towards me, front of the car.
Yep. Make sure you take the plastic cover off as well.
Plastic cover?
Yep. On the left-hand side of the box. It may not have, or it may have already come off.
The rubber.
Yep. And engage it as well. So on the right hand side, you've got to pull it anti-clockwise towards you.
Winching. Okay, I see. Paul, can you put that down? You can't steer?
No.
Okay, try starting it now.
Let me know if I can help. Here?
Yeah, I think so. I'll go that one.
Mrs. Mad Matt has to stop filming here so that she can help us reset, then we continue on. You see here where I step over the winch line. I want to discuss that later in this video, so stay tuned. Because there's so much winch rope out at the moment, I'm relaying it all so that we can continue on winching.
That just shows you how quickly it can go wrong, and I don't care all the armchair warriors go on about, and I go on about, you know, safe recoveries and all this. It just shows you how quickly you can lose control of the situation. And I advocate, you know, take your time, plan a recovery. But when you're about to lose your son's vehicle in a mud puddle like that, the adrenaline gets going, and you know, you start to possibly make some bad decisions. At the end of the day, we've got excellent quality gear, brand new winch rope, brand new recovery gear, so you know the gear's going to work. We've got plenty of anchor points, so that was good. So what caught us out here? Well, we come into an area and there's tracks going everywhere, and the general rule of thumb is stay on the formed road. So, you know, do you go for a swim like I have in past videos and go walking through there and go for a swim in your undies? Well, that's the ideal way to do it. The other technique which I have used for years, and I'm sure many of you have as well, is you just drive in very, very slowly and feel what the bottom of the water hole's doing. So in this case we're doing that, and it felt firm, solid. You couldn't feel the front diffing out underneath. There was no slime and everything. And then the back dropped in and that was it. It was all over. And we just got absolutely caught. It's what happens when you go wheeling, hey. I winched to the closest tree there because I knew that was the quickest setup. Spooling off the rope, setting up a longer winch would have got us out in a single pull. My goal was to keep the engine out of the water, because if the engine hydraulic or the engine ignition system failed, we'd be in a world of trouble. Now the engine was underwater, but these petrol motors, despite what a lot of people say, in good condition, these petrol motors will run underwater, and you saw that, and you know, it wasn't a problem. But I wanted to make sure the motor kept running so we could get out of here today. So that's why I just wanted to get the motor up out of the water, and then once we'd done that, then we did the second winch pull and got it out. So that was the thinking. Now when I went to winch, I realised I hadn't put the winch tree trunk protector as low on the tree as I wanted. So Mrs. Mad Matt ran in and did that. But the other thing which is really good, running a good snorkel is well worth it. This engine bay was underwater. You know, like you saw the water, it's up to here. So all of this is underwater. There's no water in the airbox, absolutely none. So just shows you how having a good quality snorkel is well worth its time. Anyway, really gutted. We've got to put water all through the car now. That sucks.
So in the video you see me step over the winch rope, and generally speaking that's considered to be a bad thing to do. Well, let's talk about why that's the case. There's a general principle that once a winch rope is connected to its anchor point, it's considered live, and therefore we don't step over it or go near the winch rope. And there's a very good reason that's the case, and it's this. What say you're winching up a big rock step and the winch rope's slack, so you think, oh, I'll just step over it, and in that moment the vehicle falls backwards, snapping the winch rope taut, and maybe you get tangled up in that moment and you get hurt or damaged, you know, and that's not a good situation. We don't want that to happen. Now, in this situation, the reason I did step over the winch rope was I needed to get to the other side of the vehicle so I could use my left hand to spool the rope in. Now, yes, I guess I could have used my different hand, but before I stepped over the winch rope, I knew that the vehicle couldn't fall back because it was stuck in the mud. There was nowhere for it to fall over. So like many things in this world, there is a black and white rule, and then there's the grey that we actually live in. So understand the black and white rule, take it on board, and then in your situation, consider how you use that rule so that you, at the end of the day, you're safe. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video for what it was, a little bit of a stressful learning environment. I'm Mad Matt. Stay safe on the trails.